Hi guys, happy Vlogmas. Y'all have to pray for my wrist. And I'm going to show you something before I even get started. I have a little bit of a funky wrist. So I'm praying that God heals that. But I'll tell you what happened. I broke my wrist. Not once, but twice. The first time I broke it was right after the plague happened, if you know what I mean. During those years when that first happened, the sea years, you know what I'm saying? And everybody didn't know what was going on. I remember driving out and like there was no one on the streets. I had to go to the hospital. I think I was walking through my backyard and I tripped and my wrist, at first I didn't go for a little bit, I think. And then I did because somebody said, if you don't take care of it, your bones might not set right. Okay, so it was like maybe, a month, maybe a couple weeks later, they put a cast on me and all that. First time I've ever been in a cast. And I think the first time I got a pink one. Okay, did you hear that? The first one? Okay, so it was all healed up. Everything was healed up. But before that happened, I saw online because, the sea thing was going around. And I looked up online and people were taking out their cast. I thought, this is awesome. I could take my own cast off. Wrong. You cannot take your own cast off. I tried. I couldn't get it off. I think eventually we did get it off, but I would never, ever, ever recommend that. But I think we got it off, but it was super hard. Okay. I'm pretty sure we got it off. I know we got it off. I can't remember how that all went out. Okay. So we did get off. Hear me talking back and forth. It's been, I had to remember. All right. So a couple of weeks later, not too long, maybe a month, we came back home from visiting my mother. I had to go out and do something with the chickens, and it's real bumpy in the yard. Plop, I fell down. My husband was inside resting or something. I'm laying in the yard, face down under a tree. At first, I thought I broke my nose. I don't even know if I got knocked out for a minute. I don't think so, but who knows. And I came in the house crying. My hand was in two pieces. My wrist was laying alongside my hand. There was no doubt. I broke my wrist. So we had to go to the hospital after all that day, sitting there and waiting to, and all that stuff. Then later when I went to put my cast on, the doctor looked at me and was like, why do you keep breaking your wrist? I think he thought my husband was hurting me, but he wasn't because it was just so weird. But I told him, I said, I just fell in the yard because our yard is very bumpy. And we usually go around the tractor every year and we like fill in all the holes and stuff. So then here I am a whole summer long in a cast. So why do I share this exciting story with you? Because my hand hurts. My wrist hurts. So pray that God heals it and it feels better. And even that it straightens it out a little bit. I mean, you wouldn't be able to know unless you looked at me and really close that it looks a little funky. Here's my other wrist. It's just a little straighter. But anyway, it's a true story. But pray because it has been very, very painful. And it's just, this is what happens when you get older. The outward man, though the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day. But God can heal my wrist and he can take the pain away. Okay, so you got that, right? Right? So I broke my wrist twice. First time I took the cast off. I know I took the cast off. I had to sit there and think. I know I took the cast off. And I know that the second time the doctor acted like, what are you doing? So it's just, he had to jog my memory, right? Okay, so after all my exciting story and my prayer request, now we get into today. Happy Vlogmas, if I haven't said it already. I'm sharing my Bible stack with you for 2026. And this Bible I heard Nikki Drake talk about on her channel quite a bit. I think this was the Bible she was talking about. And I got one on eBay. And so I'm very excited because I am going to read this. And it may even become a daily reader for me for February. We will see. But one of my goals is to read the Berean Bible this year. And I will see how I feel about it. This is also on Bible Hub. You know, all these different versions are on Bible Hub. So, but I just wanted to have a physical copy. I think things are changing in our world. And I think that a lot of the stuff online, I've heard about changes. You know, sometimes you watch a preacher and it's AI, it's not even that guy. So I want to have physical copies of my Bible. I want to read them and pass them on is the goal. But we'll see as the Lord leads. I do hand out Bibles and all that type of thing. What Paul is telling Timothy about the last days. Okay, this is 2 Timothy. I do love to study eschatology, which is a fancy name for saying end times. Okay, they're going to hear some fancy words sometimes. I've been in church so long, just don't get caught up with, don't worry about, you know, it's just some people just like to use big words. Eschatology. But at least if you hear it, you'll know. But I'd also like to study anything. Like right now, I'm deep diving into Genesis. I'm so excited. But I'm in Genesis 4 because I'm doing a new inductive study Bible. And hopefully we'll see how far I get in that before the rapture. Because that is my baby right now. And I want to get that done. So, but I'm going through each of my... you'll see me as I talk about that in the new year. I'll be talking about that. I'm going to kind of try to tell you each day what I'm doing. It'll be exciting and fun. You can choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And think, oh, that's cool, Ruthie. Or not for me, but I hope you have fun there, girl. So, or yeah, man, I'm right with you, Ruthie. We are like right there together. It's just, okay, so here you go. This is what I'm hoping to do. I want to connect with a lot of different people online, no matter what your channel, you know, just connect with you. I think God may have brought us together. And I hope that you enjoy my channel, and I want to enjoy yours. So here you go. The Berean Study Bible. I found it on eBay. It may be on Amazon, ChristianBook.com, one of those other places. So here you go. I will see you in my next video. And remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless.